Welcome back to another Total Carp Fishing TV video. Today we're taking a closer look at this bad boy, and that's the stiff hinge rig and exactly how to tie it using the Gemini tidy booms. The Gemini tidy booms come in three different sizes for the hinge stiff rig. You've got 5.5 inches, 7 inches and 9 inches. The boom section is made of a 30-pound fluorocarbon with a fuse loop at each end, which is super strong. You are going to need some additional bits and bobs to complete this rig. You need a chod hook, a bit of fluorocarbon or some chod material. You need a micro ring swivel, a lighter, a pair of scissors, a bit of putty and an anti-tangle sleeve. So for now I can move the tidy boom out to the side, and we're going to take a little bit of fluorocarbon material to make our chod section. Taking a size 6 chod hook, and we're going to start the process by putting the fluorocarbon through the back of the eye. What you want to do here is tie yourself a knotless knot, but without completing it at the end with a loop. You're going to leave that tag end so we can add our micro ring swivel to it. Once you've done the knotless knot, add your micro ring swivel to that tag end, and then we're going to thread that back through the back of the eye of the hook. Now this can be quite tricky, so if you are having problems, cut the end of the line at an angle or give it a bit of a moisten. Then what you want to do is pull the tag end further than you'd actually want the D section to be, because once you've blobbed it, you'll be able to pull it back through to make that D the perfect size. So pull it through, chop the excess off and then give it a blob with a lighter. And once you've done that, that is this section almost complete. Now on the tidy booms themselves, they've already got a swivel attached, so what you need to do is slide the other end of your chod section through that swivel, and we're going to attach this using a 1-turn blood knot. Now you notice that I'm making the chod section really small. It's only about an inch in length here, but that's because when we do give it a tighten, that'll lengthen out. So if you want a really small chod section and you don't want the pop-up sitting too far off the deck, then you can go even shorter than this, and vice versa. If you want it a little bit further off the deck, then make this section a little bit longer. What you want to do here is give it a moisten and then give it a really good pull with, I would say, 2 puller tools. However, I'm using a pair of scissors for this demonstration. Make sure you give it a really good pull and give it a good test, because the last thing you want to happen is it coming loose whilst playing a fish. Trim off the excess and then give it another blob to make sure that that knot is staying secure. The next bit we're going to do is add a bit of putty to counterbalance that pop-up and make sure the whole rig isn't sitting off the deck. Now what I like to do is add it on the actual fuse loop of the boom material from Gemini. I find that this gives it a really good holding point and it doesn't cause any movement issues at that swivel itself. Now in this video I've actually put on a micro ring swivel that attaches to a bait screw. But obviously if you put a regular micro ring swivel on, this is where you'd attach your bait using some floss. So there we go, that is the rig pretty much complete, and this is how it looks so far. Next thing to do, and pretty much the last thing to do, is add our anti-tangle sleeve to make sure that that kicks away from the lead every single time. And there we go, that's the stiff hinge rig, super easy to tie, all made that bit easier by using the Gemini tidy booms.